Welcome class back to Chapter 6, Positioning Objects with CSS and Tables. This video lecture is going to cover our 5th lesson, which is resize, split, and merge cells. So sometimes you want to adjust the cells in a table by splitting or merging them. So to split a cell means to divide it into multiple rows or columns. And to merge cells means to combine multiple cells into one cell. When formatting a table, it is important to understand the basic HTML table tags. So when we create a table, we get an opening table and a closing table tag. Table rows are our TR and a closing TR. And the table data is a TD and a closing TD. And then the table header cells are TH and TH. So let's take a visual of that. We'll look at the one that we just inserted back in lesson 4. So we have TR, and then here's our TH. Okay, so these ones would be automatically bolded and centered. And then we have our additional table rows with just regular table data types of tags. Dreamweaver places the non-breaking space code in each empty cell at the time you create it. Okay, it does this so that the cell does not collapse. Okay, so by having the space there, it just provides the way that the cell will not collapse if it doesn't have any data in it. Okay, so let's practice 28 and 29. Okay, we'll do some splitting and we'll do some merging. So place the insertion point in the first cell in the last row, first cell in the last row, and select the TD in the tag selector. So first cell in the last row, and then down here in our tag selector, we're going to click on TD. Okay, and then it says to select the split cells into rows or buttons, or row or columns button. So this is on the property inspector. So we click this button right here, and then it gives us a dialog box. What do we want to do? Do we want to split into rows or columns, and how many do we want? Well, we're going to leave the default of rows, and the number of columns or rows is going to be 2. So now that cell is now 2 rows. Okay, looking at the code that was created, it says row span equal 2, okay, and you have that in these 2 cells here. Okay, merging cells is your page 29. Okay, so we're going to place the insertion point in the first cell in the top row, drag to select the 3 cells, and then we're going to merge them together. So we'll take those, we'll use the properties inspector to go ahead and merge. Okay, so now we have one large cell going over 3 columns, and that's exactly what the code says here. TH call span equal 3. Okay, one more step, and that's the bottom here. Select and merge the first cells in rows 2, 3, and 4, and 5 in the left column. So rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we take these 4 cells and we're going to merge them together so that we get a larger cell that's adjacent to 2 columns with each have 3 rows in it. So that is your splitting and your merging, and that is lesson 5.